so much for joining us. Welcome to Events of the Week, a program that looks at stories we covered in the week. My name is Naomi, CHISENGELA, MWANZA. The Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, has condemned in the strongest possible terms that there is a 0% shareholding in the Lobito Corridor concession signed by Zambia, Angola, and Congo DR. EFF says such a scenario defeats accountability and is a daylight robbery to the three countries. Kasonde Mwenda is EFF president.
The Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, condemns the concession of the Lobito Corridor to a consortium of foreign firms from the West, compromising Zambia and DRC's trade sovereignty. The operations of the corridor, which spans from Angola to Tanzania, has been handed over to foreign entities, with Trafigura holding 49.5% ownership, Malta Egeo holding another 49.5%, Venturi holding 1%, making it up 100%. Unfortunately, Zambia, Angola, and DRC retain 0 operation percentage share in this facility, which is very unfortunate. At least 8 MOUs have been signed related to the Lobito Corridor with various stakeholders, including the European Union and US, Angola and DRC, Zambia, AFDB, AFC. This route has become a focal point for the transportation of strategic minerals, critical raw materials, and EV battery value chain products for the EU and the US.
Save the Environment People's Agency, SEPA, says the agenda was privileged to be among women who attended a Rome Women Entrepreneurship in Forest program. SEPA notes that the Rome meeting was vital because it is women who mostly deal with forest industry. Miles Muke, SEPA Executive Director, now gives us more details of this entrepreneurship program SEPA attended.
Save Environment and People Agency was privileged to be among the women globally who went to Rome to go and attend the workshop of Women Entrepreneurship in Forest, which looked at challenges, opportunities which women face in forest industry. This workshop took place at the FAO headquarters in Rome. The objective of this meeting was to stimulate a collective reflection on the factors that can be able to hinder the socio-economical empowerment of women in the Forest Act, exploring needs and collecting their suggestions. The outcome in a roadmap for policymakers and practitioners with concrete proposal and recommendation to promote women entrepreneurship in the forest. We all very well know that women are the people who collect forest product in the forest and come on the roadside to sell.
Zambia Republican Party ZRP has maintained that the UPND administration has not risen to the occasion to address critical issues affecting the country's populace. ZRP believes with the UPND being in power for over 2 years, the government should have addressed key issues affecting the country. The political parties believes issues of agriculture policies and addressing waterborne diseases would have been addressed far too long ago. ZRP says both issues have not been sorted out by the UPND government, saying the UPND have failed to manage the country. Wright Musoma is ZRP president.
What is happening in the health sector just goes on to show that Hakainde Hichilema is a flop, is a failed project. Is one president who has failed even in basics. Okay, well, he has been in power for the past 2 years. He has failed in terms of distribution of agriculture imports. Health system is pathetic, such as we have never witnessed as a country in the history of this nation. what he should have done when he was in opposition, he knew and he always condemned all these successive governments about the outbreaks of cholera. You mean to tell me that Hakainde didn't learn the lessons, didn't know, okay, all along that this has been an occurrence that happens during rainy season, and do we need to be learning when there is an outbreak of cholera? No.
Zambians United for Sustainable Development, ZUSD, says the US dollar is not produced in Zambia, hence the country cannot control its usage. But ZUSD notes that the US dollar is externalized by the mines. ZUSD wants to see good policies are implemented in the country, such as putting premium of exporting goods abroad. Lazarus CHISENGELA is ZUSD president.
Whatever residue of dollars which are in Bank of Zambia is being exchanged and being externalized by the mines, by the private sector, foreigners in agriculture, in other production like the Chinese. They make steel and they sell steel to Zambians. Do they sell steel to foreigners? Do they sell steel to Chinese? Those steel industries in Zambia, they sell steel to Zambians and they get a lot of kwacha and they go to the Bank of Zambia, they get forex. This is why we have Zambian kwacha nose diving. There are poor policies and regulations in terms of externalizing the dollar from Zambia. We don't produce the dollar.
53 passengers have escaped unhurt in Nyimba at a place called Renamo area, 32 kilometers west of Nyimba town, following a road accident. The incident involved a Scania bus registration number ALK 7846 owned by Jonda Bus Tour. The bus, driven by Loti Mwale of Chipata Motor, sustained damages to the windscreen, left side view mirror, passengers, door, bull bar, front fender. The front part of the vehicle suffered extensive damage. Additionally, a Nissan Navara with registration number NU64 was involved, driven by Ajida Salim of Lilongwe, Malawi. Salim and the 3 passengers escaped unhurt, while Fatima Chipile was rushed to Nyimba for medical attention. This is Events of the Week program, and just now we take a break. We'll be right back.
Worried of where you can sell your goods and services? Take heart. Advertise on Roots FM Radio Selling Point. Selling Point offers competitive prices in which you can market. What are you waiting for? Advertise your goods and services now, and you will never regret. Call the marketing line on 0977 124063, 0955 124063. Roots FM, your only traditional and cultural radio station.
Welcome back. We continue with Events of the Week program that looks at stories we covered in the week. A traditional leader from Molai village in Kalomo district has expressed gratitude to government for the construction of the first ever staff house at Hambweka Community School. Malai village headman Ritual Mudenda says the school has been operating without any trained teacher. He says the development has brought joy to the community members as they expect trained teachers to be deployed. Most elections in the country have been characterized by voter apathy. Anti-Voter Apathy Project AVAP has been looking at solutions to this critical matter. Ritual Mulwani, AVAP Executive Director, spoke to Roots FM News. Here's a report.
The chief enemy of any election is voter apathy. Whenever there are by-elections or elections in general, some people do not see any importance of going to vote. Anti-Voter Apathy Project, AVAP, says the members of parliament must be made to account on how Constituency Development Fund is being utilized in their constituencies. He also said councillors must also be seen to be accountable in the utilization of funds at ward level. AVAP believes that people complain if they do not see any change in their locality. Hence, they don't see any importance of taking part in national affairs such as voting. Here is Richwa Mulwani, AVAP Executive Director.
Of course, we know that the country has many challenges, especially to do with the economic situation in the country, which needs to be dealt with by the new joint administration. But above all, if the issue of those members of parliament to be accountable to the people, or that is transparency and accountability has, especially when we know that we have also development fund, which need to be utilized in the constituencies and what. So the members of parliament must take time, and the councillors to ensure that they sensitize the people, so that the people are aware about their rights, so that they can also participate in the by-elections. Currently, people are complaining that voting does not make sense when they are in these economic challenges. So much as we can criticize the people, but as long as people don't see any change in terms of their own livelihood, actually they question the integrity of those that are in the body of power. Right now, there's drought, there's no rain, and the people are grappling as to how they are going to make life easier, because government needs to now start providing food to the people.
Isaac Atukula, Mighty Roots FM News, Lusaka.
And finally, a caller to the roots of the matter says the poor Gideon must not fear what his brother-in-law told him, that they will finish dying as a family if he brought his ailing wife to their family. Amai Mwanga tells Chilengwangulube that the two families must sit down and find a solution to the poor Gideon's wife, who became mad immediately after she learned that her daughter had died.
Ine kukamba kwanga nkakuti wa Gideon for sure wapezeka bali pampambano. Wa Gideon aba pezeka kuti mukazi wao anadwala. Pamina anadwala for sure anankara pasi na parents wake, parents wakamba kuti mperekeni. Koma tenzirange mwambo kuti mwana wa bene, even if ni mkazi wako kuma anakwawo ni mwana wa bene. Let's suppose two families mankara pasi, kodi tizaista bwaji na mtu. Ponyamuka, sunga nyamuka iweka mwamuna kwenda mu bantu. Munyamuka, muri pamozi, kazi na watu muna kutera pamozi, kuti muwani what's the way forward. Kodi temetinga chite ifinitiani. Kutoka hapo wa Gideon for sure mnenda kuwa wapongozi wanu wakamba kuti, mwana ngabweri pamwambo ine mkazi nikadwala nifunga kudwalira matenda kwati ngatitaguriza na bwino. Gideon mulamu wanu anakurumani kwa so pamela nakuuzani for sure imwe usankale na fear.
Mr. John Perry also gave his input on the program.
Choyamba nifuno yamikira uyu mulamu wa Gideon uyu napeza kuti ni muntu oziwosunga mtendere. Na kuyamikira zamene unachita kuti unaona soka pasogolo isana sike pafupi. Unachita bwino ndiwe muntu wa bwino. Gideon ine nakuuzani kuti chamene muchite apani. Uyu mulamu wanu anakuonerani soka mpanja mwanu. Tengani amene soka amene anaona mulamu wanu iyi muyipereke pamphala. Imwe sonkhanisani musonkhano itanani banja yanu yonse na banja yakuchikazi yonse mubayike pamozi. Imwe mubauze boza siya bwino pamene boza imawama. Imwe gwirisani ntchito boza nenani kuti ine wauze mawu yamene anakuuzani uja mulamu wanu uja kuti ine nikagona mu maloto mwanga ine mumabwera izi. Nimaona kuti aya matenda ya mkazi wanga uyu ngati mkazi wanga ulatasamira zanja apaza ukasodoma mabanja isetizasira. Nimazionera maloto. Ndipo za maloto zilibe umbono kukoti sanga kuperekeni. Ni maloto yacha. Chikuru osatomola zina ya muntu kuti nimaona achite na achite. Koma nimaona soka kuti mbanja mwatu isetizasira pa imfa ya mkazi wanga uyu. Njeza mine zimanibwerera ku maloto kwanga ini. So ene napeza kuti imwe kuchimuna na imwe kuchikazi. Kenti chandizane kuti mkazi wanga asamwali.
And on that note, we come to the end of Events of the Week program that looks at stories we covered in the week. Thank you so much for your time. My name is Naomi CHISENGELA MWANZA. Till next time, goodbye.
Worried of where you can sell your goods and services? Take heart. Advertise on Roots FM Radio Selling Point. Selling Point offers competitive prices in which you can market. What are you waiting for? Advertise your goods and services now, and you will never regret. Call the marketing line on 0977 124063, 0955 124063. Roots FM, your only traditional and cultural radio station.